plenty of main laboratory equipment and apparatuses used in experimentation and in running a chemical lab, and each of these must be properly cared for because they are expensive. Also, clean equipment and apparatuses will yield accurate results, and scientists will certainly be able to save materials and chemicals used to conduct experimentations. Main laboratory equipment tend to be heavy machines that separate forms of matter like the centrifuge, wherein the solid part of the blood, for example, is separated from the liquid part, which is the plasma. Other uses for the centrifuge include extraction of enzymes from pancreatic juices. More commonly used main laboratory equipment are glasswares used to contain chemicals, like reagent bottles, beakers, test tubes, graduated cylinders, petri dishes, as well as ceramic plates used in heating and melting solids. Aside from these vessels, there are burners and wire equipment used in holding hot flasks and beakers. All of these equipment need to be cleaned and aired after every experiment. Some laboratories even sterilize these items by boiling them for 15 minutes and drying them properly. Moisture harbors bacteria and other contaminants, that is why drying racks are just as important as main laboratory equipment. Glass and ceramic lab equipment can withstand hundreds of degrees of heat but will easily break if immediately washed with cold water. It is also important to let them sit and cool down for a while after using them for heating or melting. It is natural for ceramics to turn brownish when used frequently and if there is incomplete combustion, but nothing that cannot be removed with thorough brushing. Burners must always be cleaned regularly to prevent the flame vents from getting clogged with rust and soot. Tools for measurement are also included in a list of main laboratory equipment. Examples of these are the platform balance, which is used for measuring solids, and the vernier calipers. Platform balances have weights that should be kept together in a box so that they won't get misplaced. The balance will not be good for use anymore if one of the weights gets lost or misplaced. Liquid is usually measured in graduated cylinders and glasses. These tools are very important since scientists need to be precise so that the experiment will also have accurate results. To prevent breakage, always use test tube holders when mixing, since some chemical reactions could result in a hot mixture. Main laboratory equipment is highly breakable, and when something breaks and it cannot be fixed, sharp objects are placed separately on sealed containers to prevent injury. Invest in a good exhaust fan, especially if your work area is a small enclosure, to prevent fumes from building up. Moreover, good reagent bottles will keep your chemicals' potency consistent. Some chemicals require bottles to be dark since they lose potency when exposed to light. Always learn about how to store your chemicals and other substances to avoid wastage. Corrosive chemicals must always stay at the bottom of the shelves so that they are easy to reach, and your materials must be a good distance from each other to prevent possible reactions while they are not used.